Good evening, everyone. Welcome into the show. Local legend Trayvon Miles is here with me, Brandon Bossert, and not too far away, Drew Williams. Of course, I'm Ryan Eldridge.
That's right. Welcome into the only live and local show giving you all you need to know about sports here on Delmarva.
That's right. We're into week 2 of the basketball season, fellas. So the window is starting to get a little clearer. We're starting to get a feel for who's the real contenders out there, who's kind of pretenders. So let's get right into it.
It's wild because I feel like we were just talking about football right? And it changes so fast on Delmarva because everybody loves basketball, and it's just like, all right, let's put the football in the rear view and move forward. We start with a big matchup in the north. Cambridge and North Dorchester in action tonight. Yeah,
a lot of people with the impression that North Dorchester can win the Northern Division. Yes. Of course, we talked about that quite a bit.
Especially after that first game with Y High.
Exactly, and they had a chance to turn some heads tonight with a win against their rival, Cambridge. North Dorchester's Jaheim Copper, the newest member of the 1,000-point club, eclipsing that mark tonight. Eagles out to a hot start. Gary Pledger driving down the baseline, gets the bucket to go. Eagles up 6 early. Here come the Vikings. Dejuan Jackson puts a move on the defender, kisses it off the glass for 2. Back and forth in the first half. Lamontre Crumble going to get the rebound, take it coast to coast for the easy layup. But just before the break, Copper driving to the basket, and he's going to get the wide open layup to go. CSD 1-point lead at halftime.
And second half now, the Vikings would explode on offense. Jackson gets it behind the arc and knocks it down for the open 3. Then it's Logan Middleton with the nice jump step through traffic and gets in the basket for 2. Vikings take the 13-point lead in the third. Still pouring it on in the fourth now. Tyrone Christian splits 2 defenders and lays it in as Cambridge takes down North Dorchester. Get this, by a 74-49 final.
It means a lot, man. Like, we just try to strive to be great and just keep going game by game every single game. We came in slacking. Like, we thought that we were just going to come in easy and just beat them. No, actually, the message that the coach put on the board was that we were soft, and we took it to heart, and we had to really get out there and play. Like, soft with an exclamation point. Yes.
Very excited.
And he is excited. We're going to talk about the game in just a little bit, but first we're going to get to another huge game this week. This one was actually from yesterday.
Yeah, Pocomoke off to their first 2-0 start before yesterday since 2016, up against a team with all the expectations coming into the year, Crisfield.
That's right.
Now remember, Crisfield lost to Cambridge their last time out, so looking to exact some punishment on somebody, and it just happened to be Pocomoke in the home opener. Sorry, Kenny. Crabbers coming out hot from deep. Rykel Waters knocking down the 3. Then his brother on the connection. Over to Christian, he's good in the corner. And then Josh Fontaine in the opposite corner, just raining 3s for the Crabbers. Crisfield up 20 early in the second quarter. Warriors needing something to get going on offense. Derek Fuchs is not happy. Pass going inside to Nigel Houston. He gets the layups. The Crabbers still up almost 30 at halftime.
Second half now, Crisfield still pouring it on. The Fontaine pass goes to Christian Waters, and he throws it down for the huge 2-handed slam. And then later in the third, it's Waters again, this time from the top of the arc, and he knocks it down right here. Give him all 3 of those. He had a game-high 26 points as Crisfield knocks Pocomoke from the ranks of the undefeated with a huge 88-54 win.
We had to bounce back from Cambridge. It was a rough game. And we know how to come in here being the season opener. We had to make a statement to the baseline that we haven't fell off. It's always an intense environment when we're home, especially like a great opponent like Pocomoke. We knew we had to come out here and get the job done. It gave us great momentum, knowing that we can compete with anybody, knowing that our defense is top-notch, and when we move the ball, we get great shots.
So a lot to kind of digest in just this week alone. But, you know, talk about the 2 games that we just kind of watched the highlights from and got a chance to really see these teams in action. Well, North Dorchester, Cambridge, and, of course, Crisfield.
Yeah, we talked about what was going down with North Dorchester. A lot of people thinking that they could win the North, right? They get some close games in contention with a team like Y High, and everybody jumps on the bandwagon saying they got size, they've got talent, and can they compete in the North? And then you just get kind of a game like this that kind of just blows your mind. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I know Cambridge is a really good team,
Obviously.
but if you're North Dorchester and you want to turn the corner and impress people, these are the games you have to get close, or in your home gym you have to win.
Right. They were close in the first half. They were only down 1, and then they get blown out by 24 in the second half in their own gym. Very impressive by Cambridge South Dorchester right there. But
Absolutely.
also Crisfield, they 2-1 right now. They just beat Pocomoke, who's very much improved this season.
Yes.
So they won by 25 points or so. So
Pretty good.
very good. They're have a lot of depth on that team. So we'll see if they can make the same type of run they made last year.
Yeah, I would say so.
All right, we're going to toss it over to Drew Williams now with more games from around the Bayside. Drew?
Hey, you talked about it as well. We got to go over to Easton and another matchup up north. A big early season test for Queen Anne's as they were in Easton looking to improve to 3-0. And this guy, you might know him from another sport. Cyrus McGowan getting the rock behind the arc. He's able to splash it down and rattle it home. Lions out to an early 6-1 lead early on. McGowan might be used to those football scores. Jordan Dozier was doing work in the paint earlier as well. He gets the 3 the hard way. And then the defense dominated the first half. Dozier was a big reason for Easton's offensive struggles. Big block. Warriors held to 7 points with 2 minutes left in the second, but then they explode before the half. Ryan O'Connor, the dribble, the step back, and he's able to knock down the tray. Easton a 9-0 run and led by 5 at the break. Hugh Meehan left alone underneath and puts it in. 10-0 Lion run to start the third. Meehan fired up as the Warriors call a much-needed timeout. Lions keep pouring it on, though, leading by double digits most of the second half. Here's Dozier continuing to fight through in the fourth. Queen Anne's, they get the 45-32 road win. Here's what Coach Jeff Hollis had to say about the Lion defense.
We can win it any kind of way, offensively, defensively. We're just trying to become better as a team. I told the team before the game started, defense always travels, so offense is always going to be there for us. Tonight it wasn't, so we did a great job on defense.
And then on Tuesday, Parkside and Y-High, we expected this one to be competitive, and it certainly was early. Well, Jason Handy stepping out to knock down a 3, and later on, a nice little pass inside to Handy, where he makes his money in the paint. Hardy finished with Handy 18 points, 9 boards. And then Parkside hanging tough with the man they call Hollywood. Marcus Yarn, sweet moves to the bucket. That's Ronnie Satchel on some skates. Rams trailing by 9 at the half, but the Tribe was just blowing the doors off here in the second half. Parkside a ton of turnovers in the second half. BJ Cook layup on the break, and this guy made a huge impact as well. Parkside transfer Taiwan Hardy. He finished with a game-high 20 points. Here's Hardy. I'm playing against his former team.
Oh, good. We got the victory. I was kind of scared at first, but I pulled through. We work harder. We take stuff serious. Other than that, schoolwork, you feel me?
Also on Tuesday, a rivalry night in Berlin with the Seahawks and Eagles. Brothers BJ and Sean Johnson going at it. Decatur getting things going first. Drew Howeisen's going to scoop up the loose ball, head straight to the rim with a full head of steam, and he's in for the easy bucket. Snow Hill answering right back with some flashy plays of their own. The initial shot's going to be missed, but Shaquan Williams comes out of nowhere to finish off the play with a thunderous jam. Still the Seahawks up 12, headed into the break. Second half, more of the same. Antonio Collins showing off the handles and fires a dart to Hawaii, he's there for the layup. Eagles still trailing, but able to make a late charge. Skylar Blank spots up in the corner and knocks down the triple to get it to single digits, but Decatur was just firing on offense all night. Theo Hobbs going to drive and drop one off to DeCameron McAfee for 2. Decatur will come out with a win with a final of 62-50.
Well, you know, we're very competitive. You know, he wants to win as much as I do, and I'm just glad we came out with the victory, you know. We've been talking about it all week, you know, and he had his team prepared, and we just played a little bit better tonight. We have to cut down our turnovers. Against really quality teams, you know, we can't have that many turnovers. But overall, the kids played hard. It's a rivalry game, and they never stop.
Well, guys, plenty more Maryland games that you saw there. We'll send it back over to the desk for some more analysis.
Yeah, so we're a few games in, and you know the big question is, where are we? What are the what are these teams?
Yeah.
In reference to kind of retrospect of what we saw earlier, what we thought earlier.
You know, it kind of reminds me of a mirror of last year. We knew Y-High would be good. We knew Crisfield was going to be good with what they had returning. There's a team up north that is good, but still kind of yet to be tested, which I think is Queen Anne's.
You're talking about
and
Queen Anne's?
Cambridge, yes. Cambridge with a bunch of athletes. We know that they have a great coaching staff. So it kind of is a mirror of what we saw last year.
I would love to see that Lions and Cambridge South Dorchester matchup later on this season.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, that's right. But Queen Anne's,
go.
I love that team because we've got a lot of size on that team. They play a lot of defense, and like their coach said, defense travels.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, you are exactly right. That's one thing that he made a point to you to say after the game. Even though their shots aren't going in, defense will go anywhere, and the Lions are certainly one of the best defensive teams in the Bayside Conference. All right, that's going to do it for the Bayside Conference. When we come back, we're going to Delaware. That's right, Brandon. Caesar Rodney Boys Hoops hoping to stay unbeaten tonight, visiting the Beach Boys at Cape. Drew Williams, that and more when we return.
Hi, my name is Drew Howeisen. I go to Stephen Decatur, and you're watching the Delmarva Sports Insider.